Hello and good evening. Well, long time no see, as they say. I hope you're all well. It has been a whole week since I've seen you, purely because, oh lovely, there's people, things to do, but feeling poorly. However, I am so much better now, apart from the fact I've picked up another cold. Haven't brought my phone up with me, have I? Martin, could you fetch my phone, please?
Hi?
Could you fetch my phone, please? Sorry. Just realised, I thought as I'm ready, I may as well start a little bit earlier so that we can have a chat, because a lot's gone on in a week, hasn't it? And I know you have been busy sewing. I've seen all of your lovely makes, and I just had to put a little post up today because when I see the beautiful things you make, it really does, as I said, make my heart sing. Somebody, I can't remember who, had said during the week, oh, well, it's not me, it's Trisha's patterns. Now, I do the easy part. I just give you the designs to make up. You do all the hard work. Needn't necessarily go right, need they? And they needn't necessarily look like the photos that I do, but they do, and even better. And it was only the other day I thought, oh my word. And I think today, just mentioning one person, Alison, had done the Felicity bag and a Diana bag, and they just look beautiful. And this is the thing, if you put mine amongst yours, you wouldn't tell any difference. Mine would probably be worse, actually, because you spend that little bit of extra time and put that extra bit of love in it. Whereas with me, oh, thank you so much. Whereas with me, I'm just usually doing it in a rush, aren't I? So let me see, because I imagine you're all commenting and I can't see a thing. One of these days, Facebook will say, oh, so with Trisha in a group, that's fine, we'll let them see the comments. But at this point in time, no. So I can see a lot of you are watching. Oh, don't want to hear my voice. Oh, don't want to hear that, do we? So, oh, there we are. Oh, yes, lots and lots of comments. So, oh, thank you, Jane. Yes. Yeah, I am a lot better, but as you can hear, I've already had the nose going non-stop. That's not so bad today, but excuse me if I just have to dash off a little bit in a moment, because it just makes me sound very nasal. But I don't feel poorly, which is good. So, yes, hello Kim, hello Janet, hello Shirley, and Jane, and Bev, and Lynn, and Gidget Marie, and Anne, and Aurora, and Sue, and Barbara. Yeah, I'm definitely on the mend. And Vanessa, and Karen, and Janet. No, you're not late, Janet. I was just ahead of myself today. So I was having a little natter with Lindsay, and I said, do you know what? I think I'll go on at 1:15, because there's a lot to catch up on, isn't there? So, hello Caroline. Hello Margaret. Oh, thank you, Vanessa, you're such a darling. Hello Carolyn. Good to see you all again too. And the other thing that's made me feel a huge amount better is that box. That box. I've had a look at lots of the comments, and one made me chuckle. Now, who was it? Jenny, I think. Jenny put, I googled the most expensive and came up with whatever she did. And I thought, do I really look worthy of an expensive machine? So yes, that was quite good. Now, I must admit, oh my goodness, he's upstairs, isn't he? I was a little bit naughty, and I have got, yeah, that's not being rude. I should put one coming, and one has come today, and yes, I do. Oh, it is Jenny. Yes, Jenny. It was you, wasn't it, that made me chuckle, yes. Hello, Pat and Michelle. Elderflower cordial. Do you know I had elderflower cordial when I was at school? When I was 13, I know it was in year 3, and our form teacher made it. And I thought it was disgusting at the time. Might do me good, though. I'll have to give it another try. Good suggestion there. Hello, Glynis. Yes, thank you. Yes, I am a rebel. So, yes, the machine. I haven't got it out of the box yet because I haven't had time. I am still going through. So today's schedule was Create and Craft orders, as per usual. So I have got the vast majority out. And I know my darling Vanessa and Bev, you'd offered your help, which is absolutely wonderful. But I was cutting, and it was a case where there wasn't much that could be done to help as well. So I have been cutting and getting those ready. So I am hoping, fingers crossed, that I will be totally finished tomorrow. But sort of part way through the day, hello Jeeta. No, you're not late. I'm just early. I was 15 minutes early so we could have a chatter. Hello, Sandra. Caroline, you bought yourself your first embroidery machine. Oh, lovely. We do need to treat ourselves once in a while. And I have been wanting, haven't I? You know, I've been saying, I need a new machine. I need a new machine. And so, yes, Elaine, but I can't say too much. He doesn't know one or the other. But I bought them, so what does it matter? Oh, it will break the cough. Oh, lovely. Cough's not too bad. It's just the nasal and sinuses. But I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Exactly. Oh, Karen, you are a good girl. I love people that have more than one sewing machine. I still love people that only have one, but I just think if you've only got one machine, when it goes wrong or needs servicing, you haven't got one to play with. So everybody needs 2 minimum. Really. Hello, Nicola. And hello, Christine. And Heather's watching there as well. So, yes. Yes, what was I saying? The machine. Yes, so I am... I'm going to do... It will either be tomorrow. It'll be sort of impromptu. Tomorrow or Thursday, I'm going to do an unboxing. Now, you may say to yourselves, oh, hello, Jack. Yes, we are. Yes, and hello, Sue. You had 3 down to 1, but now, but up now. Oh, good. Yes. Sue, you need more than 1, don't you? You know that anyway. So, yes, what I thought I would do, you're probably saying, how can you leave it in the box and not open it? I've had to put it to the back of my mind. I keep walking past it and thinking, oh, I can't wait. But it's got to wait. But I thought I would unbox it so that you could see. So if you haven't already seen in the Sew Trisha Sews group, so that's our inspiration group where you put all your makes, whether they be outside of this group, but any blocks of your month or your bags or anything else you've made, pop it in the Sew Trisha Sews group so that everybody can see, because there's far more people. I think we're well over 1,300 now in the inspiration group, so it'd be lovely if you pop your posts in there. I haven't said it before, but I think we did a little post a couple of weeks ago, and basically it did justify what we were saying, because somebody said they'd missed something because there was too many posts clogging up the feed, so they hadn't seen it. So what we thought would be a good idea was to have all your sewing makes going into the Sew Trisha Sews group. So that is S-O Trisha Sews. And that way more people can see what you're making, and it would be absolutely fantastic that people can see exactly what you're doing. Oh, Karen, yes. You just might be right. I don't know. And, yeah, so I've put it in, yes, I put it in the Sew Trisha Sews group, and I've put a picture of the box, and what we'll do, just one comment per person as to what make. I want it to be the exact machine, and we'll find out when I do the unboxing as to what it is and to who has won. But it will be the first comment of the correct one on the feed, and I'll send you out the charm pack just for taking part. I'm itching to tell you, but I'm not going to, because let's see if a few more people can have a guess. Let's see, what have we got here? You love your brother. I love my brother too. My physical brother is, you know, my skin and bones and a bit more brother is wonderful. But I love the machines I've got. I just do. But sometimes you just need something else. What I've got coming, they're just slightly different, but they will all do the same thing. And as you realise, many of, or the majority of things that I do, you don't have to have a super duper all singing and dancing machine, you know, because mostly we use straight stitch. With bags we might use a zigzag stitch, we might use decorative stitches. Even in with patchwork and the quilting we might use the decorative stitches, but you can get away with the most basic machine until you decide that you want those added extras, and then you can progress and go up into the higher price ones, because the only reason machines are a little bit more is because of the extras that they have on them. So, and you know, the extras are there to make life easy for us. So if we can cut time out on the basics of a sewing machine, all well and good. So let's just have a look. Oh, it is the Eartha Kitt voice again, isn't it? I know. Do I need a new machine? No, but I want one. Jenny, yeah, you do. Wait to see what I unbox, and you just might think you'd like one. Sort of reasonable price, in my mind. You know, when you can go up to, I can't think, the highest price machine at the moment, I think, is a brother, can't think whether it's the Luminaire, at around £14,000. Now, you could get a brand new little car for that, couldn't you? So, but I have got enough embroidery machines at the minute, so I don't need one of those. Yep, you're right. Oh, Karen's got a Benina 770. Wonderful. But it's very complicated. Yeah, Google it. I was, or YouTubing it. I was having a look around at that too, so we'll see. Hello, Jill and John. I hope you're there, John. Nice to see you both. Karen, we'll have to wait. Hello, Sheena. Sorry, you are not, no, none of you are late. It's 1 minute to 1:30 now. It's me being early and ultra, not just a couple of minutes. I was 15 minutes early so that we could have a chat. Let's see what Jane, she's got one embroidery machine, one embroidery and sewing machine, and 3 sewing machines. Jolly good, Jane. Well done. Top of the class. It's just lovely to have a choice, isn't it? Oh, gee, if you want to have a go into the group, Jeeta, the Sew Trisha Sews one, and the post is in there. So you need to comment underneath that as to what you think it will be. So when you've put Juki DX, it might be a DX3, a DX5, a DX7. You never know, because so it has to be the exact one. Oh, thank you, Lindsay. Lindsay's popped that there as well. Hello, Alison. I'm feeling better from the original, but I've got a cold again. I must have been that run down, mustn't I? Just terrible. Comments aren't coming up yet, but they're on my phone here. Oh, Catherine hasn't got room for any more. Tell me about it. I don't know where this is going to go, actually. I haven't had time in my mind to think, I know where I'll put it. So that is another question. Oh, hello, Jill. Lovely to see you too. Oh, John's there as well. Oh, Jill, I am better than I was. I improved, and now I've just picked up another cold. I'll blame it on the grandchildren because, but they haven't been ill. They just had the runny nose, and that's just what's come to me as well. And I never used to catch anything from them over the last, say, 4 to 5 years when I've had them. Never. but just now, yes. So, hello Lorraine. No, you're not late, you're dead on time. Hello Mary. I did start earlier, that's right. Ah, nice to see you anyway. So Beverly's been wanting a new machine for a long while. So excited to have purchased a new one last week. And a Baby Lock Victory hair threader overlocker. Oh, no. Very good choice though. I have a Baby Lock overlocker. It's not the Victory, it's called something else. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. It's so, so easy to change the threads. Good evening, Janet. Not too bad, thank you. Echinacea. Somebody else said that, Barbara. That's what I need to get some of, to just keep me boosted all the time. Jane hides. You hide yours. Oh, has he got? No. He's still up here. Oh, go downstairs. I don't know. I don't know why. Hello, Marion. Hello. Oh, hello, Yvonne. Lovely to see you. Shirley was drooling over it and loved it. Ah. Pat says, when I say about another sewing machine, my hubby will say you can only use one at a time. No. Tell you what, if you get an embroidery machine as well as a sewing machine, the embroidery machine can be embroidering and chugging away while you're sewing. So, tell him he doesn't know. He doesn't know. Usually, excluding John here, men don't usually understand, but John does, which is great. Oh, you're clock watching, Mary, and I'm here. We've just been having a little chat, that's all. Oh, Jeeta, that sounds fabulous. How lovely. Yeah, oh, that's right, Karen. Franklins are exceptional. They are exceptional in their customer service. And yes, they're the main Juki dealer. So they are a great company to deal with, yeah. Oh, there's Linda. Hello, Linda. Hello, Janet. Janet, long time no speak. But we will get round to it. Hello, Sheila. Oh, Jane's hubby understands. Lovely. Thank you, Jane's hubby. I'm glad you understand. It just makes us happy, doesn't it? I'm going nasal now. Oh, Catherine can't afford anything for quite a while. I know. I tell you why the only reason I have is because I had a tax rebate. So the previous year, oh, I paid so much tax. Terrible, terrible. I nearly cried. Never in my life. I don't know. I go through an accountant. I think, did they get it wrong? So in my mind, it was a savings plan, because this year I got this lovely rebate, and that's what's paid for it. Because as soon as I was aware of it, I said, that's it. I'm having a new sewing machine. So I have waited. Because I've been deliberating. So, yes. Oh, Eileen's there. Hello, Eileen. Lovely to see you. Jill's tried to convince John to get me the sewing embroidery design. He is yet to give in. Yeah, lovely machine. I love Brother embroidery machines. Absolutely do. And with the Disney, it's good. All I would think, just make sure that you decide that I'm sure that one only comes with a 4x4. Or no, perhaps it comes with a bigger one. I don't know. Look at the hoop sizes. And unless you decide you're just doing small embroidery designs or personalising things, just have a look to see the price difference between one that maybe has a 5x7 hoop as well. Because when you fall in love with embroidery machines and you look at the designs that are readily available and very, very reasonably priced as well, because you can buy them individually, you don't have to buy a whole set like in years gone by, and then it's too big for your hoop. It's very frustrating. So just have a look and have a good think. But yeah, lovely machine, easy to use, and you'd get on with it like a house on fire. So yes, we said hello Eileen, hello Shirley, and hello Anne. Oh, Shirley loves the embroidery machine too. Hello Susan, hello Meg. You've lost count of how many machines I have, but only I know, 4 antiques and on display. I've lost count as well. I did sell one, so I've upgraded one, that's all. We do love the Taxman refund, absolutely. Oh, hello, Christine. You're intrigued, yes. You'll find out either tomorrow, depending on how I get on, or Thursday. I'm going to unbox it so you can see what actually it is. And, oh no, perhaps he has gone downstairs. And the other one comes tomorrow. Yes. So when that comes, actually, now, and this is Janet put me onto this, I actually got a very good deal with this other machine, and got something, was an offer some while ago, and I happened to be looking on one of the websites, and it had got the Black Friday deal, and it said one in stock. So I cheekily emailed or sent a message saying, do you still have this deal? It's, you know, you've got one on the website. And he said, if you would like it, you can have it. I'll take it off the website now. Obviously, it should have come down a while ago, because it actually, if he'd have said no, that would have been absolutely fine, because it did say November the 23rd to the 29th, something like that. That was last year. But they very generously honoured it. So, I did say about this last year, I think, what I have as an extra, I am going to be giving it away. It won't be immediately, because I've got to think about how I'm going to do it. But when I unbox that as well, I shall probably leave the thing that I got as an extra in the box unopened, but it could be winging its way to one of you lovely ladies. So watch this space. As I say, it's not going to be straight away like next week or the week after, because I want to sort of, what would I say? Yeah, as a bit of a marketing tool, if you like, but it's only going to be for loyal customers to enter, so which all of you are. And one lucky lady is going to love what I have to give. Worth a lot of money. And Janet will know what it is. Yes. Catherine said, Gidget Marie, I wondered why you were late, but it just occurred to me that we're now in daylight. So, yes. Oh, I see. You're, oh, goodness. So, Catherine, they don't give tax rebates to pensioners. I know, I worked for HMRC for 30 years. Oh, my goodness. No, well, it's from the business, you see. So, yes, yes. Hello, Patricia. Oh, dear. Okay. Yeah, just think about it, Jill. Well worth getting, but just think ahead a little bit, because those who've bought an embroidery machine fall in love with it. Janet has fallen in love, and it's like everything around the house will have embroidery on it, and every gift that's going somewhere will have an embroidered design on it. So you can't stop. And all those embroidery designs, there are hundreds of thousands out there, and there is ones always specific for what you're looking for. So have a look round, and you'll soon, if you look at the embroidery designs first, I think you'll say, I've got to have an embroidery machine. So John, it is, what is it? I'll say it's Mothering Sunday. It's Easter. Now perhaps Jill might like, instead of an Easter egg, perhaps it could be a sewing machine, an embroidery machine even. You know, fingers crossed. It would be lovely. Jill will love me forever. Oh, it is only a 4x4 hoop, Shirley. Right, I thought it was, but, you know, I don't like to say something that is not absolutely definite. Hello, Kathleen. What's a good embroidery machine? Not Brother. Oh, I like Brother. I've got a Faf one, lovely. Brother. Janome. I've got a little Janome one. That's about it. But yes. So, yeah, it is a very good. Caroline went for a Janome embroidery 550. Yeah, really, yeah, they're really good too. I've just got the small one on there, and that was an impulse buy, you see. I just wanted one. I just needed one. It was one of those things some years ago. I just wanted one, and I knew it was only a 4x4 hoop, And I've hardly used it. Really awful. But I had already, no, me being really awful, not the machine. The machine's lovely. Catherine's got the 2650 with larger hoop sizes. Yeah, that's right. That's the only thing. 4x4 is a little bit limiting, but the embroidery it will do will be absolutely perfect. And the Disney designs will be perfect. Just remember with Disney designs, though, they are for personal use only. You can't actually make to sell anything with Disney design. Anything related to, even if it's ribbon with Mickey Mouse on or Donald Duck, anything like that, Harry Potter, none of them. People still think they can get round it, but you can't. It is a no-no, absolutely. How can I bear to wait? How can I bear to wait, Janet? But I've got to. Hello, Jean. And yes, Karen, I am so naughty. Janet, laugh, laugh. Hello, Josie. Oh, no, Sue. I don't need what this is, but I know some of you will, and you would love it. You would love it. Jill was cheeky and asked for discount. Were you? Did you get it? Yes, it will be exciting, I tell you. You're on my wavelengths, Janet. I knew you were. Yeah, Catherine, the only reason I got restraint is because I've got too many other things to do. And I have got website orders, my website orders out today as well, because this is the thing, when I've had a show, I absolutely hate making my own website order, customer orders wait, but they put me on such a timer that, so I have got the majority out. There's still a few, like only 4, I think, 3 or 4, but they will be with you very, very soon. So, oh, don't tell me I'm generous. I'm happy with my lot, you know, and if I can make somebody else happy, absolutely lovely. Yeah, you will love it. He wants to know what he can have. He collects Lego. He can have Lego. He can. You could perhaps take him to Legoland. Yeah. Oh, Eileen loves her brother embroidery machine. Absolutely. I'm not surprised. It's great. Hello, Mira. Lovely to see you. Good evening. Yes. Yeah. Well, I mean, it is me. It's just, we'll get a little bit of this, you know. Oh, why do you need this and why do you need it? It's my business. That's what I do. But yeah, it's one of those that I've always been like this. In for a penny, in for a pound. If I've been at shows, this is many years ago, if I had bought something that I particularly wanted, absolutely fantastic, and I feel so happy, I just think, oh, let's have something else. Oh, let's get, you know, in for a penny, in for a pound. And I thought, how really extravagant to go for 2. But I thought, do you know what? Do it. Do it. It would only just sit there and wait for some gas and electricity bill to pay. Let Martin do that. You know, it's boring, isn't it? I could get my dad to pick the prize winner, Janet. I will do that. Absolutely. What a fantastic idea. Ah, so Elaine's got the Janome MC14000. Yep, lovely. Yeah, they're well worth it. Really, really are. Michelle's got a really old Husqvarna sewing embroidery and a 552 by other half. Understands too. Oh, that's great. It's good when they understand, isn't it? Oh, Mary, you've upgraded to a Stellaire. Oh, yeah. I haven't had any magnetic embroidery hoops, but I think they would be fantastic because they're quite expensive, but I do think well worth it. Hello, Liz. Lovely to see you. Hope you're well, and I hope Ellen's doing okay. Bridget's on that note. Bridget, it was a little bit of you. Yes. Yes. You know, this one in the box down there is different to any other one I have. So it always has to be a little bit different, but this is different. But it's still a sewing machine. Jenny outgrew her brother far too quickly, very limited. You want a knitting machine in the 80s, wanted a Bond. Oh, yes. Mum told me you needed to learn all the stitches hand knitting first. You never did get one. I wouldn't have gone for a Bond. I would have gone for a brother or knitmaster. So that was probably a good move. There's still, I'm in a group for knitting machines, and I have a knitting machine here, and I've hardly used it. Oh, that's good, Gita, jolly good. Ah, let him loose in a toy store. Yeah, that's a good idea, Catherine. He's smiling. Maybe Christmas. Oh, Christmas. I read today, Christmas is 285 days away. And I thought, I really don't need to do this. Right, what time are we? Oh, we are 6:45. Let me just pop into the next room. So my nose just needs a little bit of, you know. So bear with me 1 minute. Have a look at what's behind me. Right, that's better. Sorry about that. I knew that I was becoming more and more nasal. Oh, hello, Chris. Da-da-da-da. Love your brother. You feel left out, Mary, as you haven't got an embroidery machine. But before I was thinking, well, you just think you would love one. You sold Toyota, did you, Sheena? Yeah, I forgot about Toyota ones. Yeah, a lot of people had Toyotas. Pat's having a good chuckle. I must enjoy. Mary's got a Knitmaster in the loft. Yeah, used it loads. So did I. I had my own little cottage industry making children's jumpers and cardigans. And I had one of the very first sewing embroidery machines. And I used to embroider on them. So I just used to do a plain stocking stitch cardigan, usually V-neck because I liked that. And I'd embroider a little motif. So that was only a 4x4 hoop, but it was wonderful. And in those days, you had to buy, it was a memory craft, which is Janome. I had to buy a little card, and I know now I bought all of them, but they were £55 each all that time ago, a lot of money. So you had probably 18, 20 designs on a card, which slotted into the machine. Still got the machines, got more than one. And they were a lot of money, whereas now you can buy, you might be able to get 5 designs for $1. They're really, it does, I'll say transfer it. It does change it to Great British pounds, but, Oh, there's, yes, sorry, I'm just reading, da-di-da, that's lovely. Yeah, it's a lot cheaper these days buying designs. Oh, so Ellen's still in hospital at the minute, but is sewing the woven block. It's going to make her pouch as well. Oh, lovely. Oh, well, I hope she's getting on well. Oh, yes, my vase block. I did that years ago. Years ago, probably 10, 15 years ago. Where is it in Zealand? Yes, I know. Yes, Gary on the Dukey stand. Came away with a sewing machine. And yeah, he knows his stuff, does Gary. He really does. Did I miss what? No, Patricia. I'm going to unbox it tomorrow or Thursday, depending on time. And they've moved. Oh, so Ellen. So Ellen, if you get to see this, all good wishes we're sending to you. You need them far more than I do. I've just got a silly cold. But we want it all the love to go to you to get well soon, so you can get back to your sewing and your Aurifil threads. Okay. So, shall we do? Oh, I'll just show you. I'll just do a closer in of the. Oh, there we go. There we are. Whoops! Oh, the light's shining a bit there, isn't it? Oh, and I'm in the way. So it's a. I thought I might do this. I did it some years ago, as I say. But I thought I'll show that you how to do this one day. So it's just an on point. That's just one block. I think, I don't know whether I was going to do more or whether it was going to be a bag. But no, it's going to be a cushion, that's right. Because I've got a little bit of piping attached to it, which I've taken off. And then, if you see this one here, I dragged that out. Can you see that? So this one with the stars on. I dragged that out, today, because I thought, that's a bit close of me, but that's quite pretty too, and I probably did that, and it's not backed or quilted at all, but I did, and it's rather large. It's probably about 5 foot square because those blocks are very big, and again on point, and yeah, that's got to be 20 to 25 years old. It was in my early day. Oops, no, I don't want that there. Let's just take that back again. Oh, that's better. Okay, it's just when I feel that I need a little bit of a change. Yes, yeah. When I need a bit of a change. Oh, you like those. Lovely. Okay, okay. Right, I think I've spoken to most of you, because there's lots of you watching now. I thought we would do the block. Now, how about, yes, I have brought the block up here. And I did put a little picture. So, here is, so we've got no half square triangles today. But we have got bow ties. Now, this is the traditional method. I think like there is a demo of a bow tie block where it's got a dimensional centre. But I think you'll all find this really nice and easy to do because there's no matching of points. We've got some little triangles here on each of the blocks, but there's no matching because it goes onto alongside. The only matching you have is where we nest our seams where the blocks come together. So that is what we're going to do. Now, I've set it that way, yeah, it's like that, whatever. So all my bow ties are pointing in the same direction, but I'm going to do, when I'm going to do this one tonight, I'm going to set them differently, and then the choice will be yours. The PDF is already in the group. I'll perhaps pop this up here. The PDF is in the group already, and on there it will actually show you, let's put that over there, a couple of variations, and also you could do it if you want all in one colour or a background colour, and then these all in one colour, or you could do them in 4 different colours. Entirely up to you, but as I say, it is nice and straightforward. So all you are going to need, no, I don't need those. Okay, and it's all on the PDF. But these are my background squares. They are 2 3/4 inches square. As I say, it's all on the PDF. So you need 8 of these. You then need, so it depends on what colours you're doing your bow ties. But the bow ties, each bow tie will need 2, and these are 2 3/4 squares. So for each bow tie, it needs 2 of these, 2 3/4, and 2 of these, 1 3/4. So because I'm doing a block with 4 bow ties in, I've actually got 4 of these and 4 of these. So 2 for each block. And then my other colourway is this one. And again, for the block, we need 4 of them. If you're doing 1 bow tie, you only need 2, but I'm doing 2 blocks. So I've used 4 of these at 2 3/4 and 4 of these at 1 3/4. So nice and easy measurements to remember. And what we'll do, in the instructions, it does actually make 1 block at a time. But I'm going to do my usual way of laying it out, and we'll stitch it all together at the same time. It really does help in eliminating the risk of putting 1 block the wrong way round when you're popping them together. So let's have a look and see how we're going to start. So I am first of all going to lay them down, see if we've got enough space here. What I might do, I brought my bigger mat up actually, so that I can lay them out on here. Okay, so let's just see if that does any good at all. Just dip that down. So these are our background squares. So each one we're going to lay down diagonally opposite each other, and this is going to be our BowTie bow tie block, okay, and here are my ones here. So is that the way yes, that's right. So it's just a 4 patch, but we are going to snowball that little bit there, and I'm sure we all know how to snowball, but that is the first thing I'm going to do, and that is going to give us our bow tie block, okay, like so. But the first thing we're going to do, so that is all there is to it. So the first thing I'm going to do is actually snowball all of my background squares. So let's just put those together again. So if you get the right number of the 1 3/4 inch squares and the right number, I'm going to set these away because we'll use those shortly. And then, so every single one of my background squares is going to need, 1 2 3 4, that's right, is going to need snowballing. So we can chain piece them. So let's just pop those over there and come into the machine. And so we'll take one of these at a time, and all we're going to do is we're going to put the small square right side down onto, I could have done with a little bit of an iron, so we'll do it here first. I am going to pop that on there. I like to line it up at my nearest point, but what we're going to do is if you put it on point, we're going to stitch across that diagonal. Now, if you want to draw yourself a line with a ruler, excuse me, let me just get my ruler. If you want to draw a line across that diagonal, you can. So, point to point, and you could probably draw these on before you lay them on. Let's just make sure that's held down straight. There we are. So you want to draw your line corner to corner and then stitch on the line. But if you want to have a little, for practice of trying to do it, because it is quite a short seam to stitch, you can pop that under your machine. Now let's just see. We are using patchwork foot if you want to, or for when we're doing snowballing, which is basically putting a square in the corner, stitching a diagonal, and then we cut a bit off and flip the other piece or the extra piece of fabric, the different piece, over to reform the square that was there originally. You could actually have your needle position right in the middle, because we're not doing a 1/4 inch seam, we're just stitching on the line. But what I will do is make sure my stitch length is short. So I've got it at my, what I love, of 1.8. So I'm going to pop that under the machine, whoops, and get my foot pedal there, and I'm just going to stitch on the line. Another way, if you get fed up with stitching on the line, you could actually fold your fabric in half. Now, I'd probably fold it that way, would I? Yes. Whichever way, you can fold it in half and press it to give you a crease, and then you can follow the crease line on your stitching. But to my mind, I don't like to use an iron any more than I have to, and I would probably draw a line, but it is quite easy to, as I say, that short length, so just turn it diagonally, and I'm going to chain piece these. So I'm just going to tuck that under there, get my needle near that point, and carry on stitching. So if you just keep that fabric flowing through, straight through, it is quite easy to stitch without having a line. If it was a longer line or a longer seam that you were stitching, I would definitely draw that line on. But as I say, this is under a 2-inch square. Ow. Oh, I didn't want to get my finger under there. Right, so we've done those few. So let's take another one here and just line that up, swivel it round, pop it under the foot and straight across that diagonal. Now I would, where you possibly can, Get that absolutely exact, because it will help you to get perfect matching when you come to actually stitch them together. There's no matching for those triangles, the pointy bits, because they are going to join up with just a full length of a side. So, you know, there's nothing too difficult to do there, but it's just that when we reform it into a square, if that goes right from point to point, it will work perfectly. So again, as I say, I'm only lining up at this corner. Doesn't matter which corner you line it up, because we're going to swivel them around, so, and it's only one side, so it doesn't matter which corner you pop that in. It's just that, oh, there we are, last one. Okay, so we do have eight of these. So again, right in from that corner, and just hold it as it goes through and straight across there. So now we need the iron, so I'm going to pop the iron on so that we are nicely warmed up. And then I'm just going to clip these apart. So one, that's it, just be careful with, actually what I might do is just use a seam ripper. There is a little gadget that you can, because I haven't done much thread in between, that you just, I suppose it's called a thread cutter. Ooh, have I got enough there too? 4, 6, 8. I have indeed. Right. So now I'm just going to trim about 1/4 inch, but I'm just using scissors. It's so small. There we go. That you don't need to do this with a rotary cutter. Doesn't need to be exactly 1/4 inch. You want a seam allowance that is more than 1/8 inch, but I'm just trimming those off, and we are going to press them in a moment. So there is that seam there. My thread is Orifil, of course, and it is really sinking beautifully into. So there we are. So what we're going to do now, I've got them all in the same, I've got them all with that trimmed off piece there. So I'm going to take the iron now, and one at a time, I'm just going to set that seam and then flick that back and just push that right out, so that, as I say, we reform that to a perfect square again. So number one, and I push it quite well, because I want that to be perfectly out. Now, one of the things, I did it with a steam iron previously, but if you don't press it back very far, can you see how the edge, if you just do it, the edge is not quite flush the whole way down. No, perhaps you can't see that very well there, but there's a little bit out. So what I would suggest, if you, that seam, if it goes under, so rather than just pushing that back so that the seam is under your little triangle, if you make the seam go under your bigger part, it gives you a square. So what I'm going to do on this occasion, I'm going to do it the other way round. So if we have it right side up and then press from the top like so, that actually sits a lot better. So I'm going to do that again, so we can still set the seam. So I've got the biggest part up, facing up, and then when you press along that seam, can you see how that's perfect? We've got that line going down, whereas this one, if you don't press it, I put it that way, if you press it so that the seam is under the triangle, it doesn't always give, there's about 1/8 inch of excess there. So do it the other way round, have your biggest part on top, and then press that seam out. I'm just pulling that taut at that end, but now I've got a perfect square there. So similarly here, set that seam, open it up and press out, and you'll see immediately that that corner is right on the edge. There's no gap at all. Oh, I've stitched that the wrong way round. Oh no, I haven't. Yes, I have. Duh. stitched wrong side to wrong side. All right, I'm going to have a block that isn't right, but it doesn't matter. I'm not going to unpick, though. Yes, I am going to unpick it. I am going to unpick it. That is irritating. Right, so let's see what we can get here. So I'm just going to put that down. I'm going to put the little red piece, that little red bobbly bit, under the seam, and then just push along here. Can you see how I'm just pushing that? And I'll just pull that apart. You've got the red. So where your seam allowance is, I'm just holding that down, and that's just going to cut the seams without. I'll just finish that little bit off. This wasn't a very long seam to do. There we are. So let me just leave that there for a minute, and I'm just going to pop that back onto where it should have been, onto the right side of the fabric. I'm just going to press this because I'm going to move that out of the way. So again, with my last one there, we'll do this other one in a minute. Pull that apart, and we've got that one. So it's just this one here, and just need to stitch this together. So I'm just lining up that perfectly. Now this is where I've left some of those stitches in, because I didn't, had I cut an absolute 1/4 of an inch, I would have been able to line my foot up there. And had I drawn on, let's hope that works. If I'd drawn on that fabric, I'd been able to know where to stitch. So hopefully I've stitched in the right place. So again, open out. There we go. And, whoops, that's going the right way. Yeah. So hopefully, we could always check that that's still 2 3/4 inches square. So I've got all my pieces now. So we'll pop them back onto here. We have all of our pieces. Take that back a little bit now. So now I want to lay these out. So one block is 2 of those and 2 of these. So I've used the same fabrics that I've used for my centre. So if you've got a directional fabric, you can actually turn it round. So I've got my leaves going across there and leaves going across there. These ones I don't know. But, so that is my block. Now, I'm going to make the other blocks just the same, but instead of all my blocks going at the same angle, so another one here that goes this way, so pointing to the right, I'm actually going to lay them differently. So I'm just going to set that one up there, just a little bit there. Okay, so there's one block, and then I'm going to alternate the colours. So I am going to, let's leave that one there. I'm going to take my other colourway here. So I'm going to lay it down exactly how the other one was with these fabrics. So let's have those going across. And that's it, and that one like there. But I'm going to swivel it. So I'm going to take those 90 degrees, so they go there and they go there. So can you see how I've started to send it round in a circular design? Okay, so the next one is going to be in this fabric here. So I'm going to take my 2 like I did before here, and then we'll take these 2 as well. So that one will go there. We could have those going across. Okay, now that is in the right position because that is following round. So again, it's going that way, around and around. This one is going to go in that direction. So what we'll do, I'm going to put them exactly where the other ones were, but then I'm going to turn it because it's just easier. So that is exactly where we had the background fabric on top left and bottom right, but is pointing in the wrong direction. So how I'm going to swivel it 90 degrees. So that is coming there, and that is coming there, and then that is coming there, and that is coming there. you could perhaps think it out yourself before you even pop it together. But can you see how that one is like that, as opposed to this one is like that? So I've got these bow ties all pointing in one direction. So this time I've got them going round in a block. So just hang that back up. Going around in a block. So what I'm going to do, you know, my usual way of stitching them all together at the same time is I'm going to work on this column and this one. So I'm going to lay the second column onto that first column, and then we're going to chain piece the whole way down that column. So I call these are columns across our rows. So I'm going to stitch those all together first. So let's just pick that one up, and there we go. So I'm just going to line that up. I've picked it up and I'm holding the edge. You can pop a pin in there if you like, but I'm holding the edge that we're going to sew. So just to line those edges up perfectly, and then we will stitch down. That's it. So then I'm going to pick my next one up in that column, and I'm just going to line that up, and you see they just fit perfectly, and tuck that under like so, and pick the next one up, line those, and stitch down there, and then the bottom block, which is over here, and I'll go back to pop it into or where it came from, but I know now. Right, so we've stitched all of those, and they are in one long piece. So what we'll do now is take it back to where it came from, which is here. Let's just bring that over. So all together, and then we can open these out like so. Okay, so we've opened those out, and the next thing we're going to do is take this next column here, and I'm going to pop that one on there. Now because they are because they're all held together, I'm just going to put a pin in there so that I know which is going where, and it just holds it together. I haven't lined them up perfectly, so I'm going to move this third one onto the third one there. So I'm just putting a pin, and I'll line them up properly once I get it to the sewing machine. So that one is going there. I have lined that one up perfectly. Okay, so now we can take all of that, because it's not going to fall apart, because it's all in the right place. So starting with the top, you can see those hanging off here, but they're not going anywhere because I've pinned the next pieces to them. Let's just put my sewing my pin cushion there, and we will just line that up perfectly. And again, you can see they match up beautifully. So we'll stick down that edge, and then when we get to the next one, we'll just align that perfectly there. So carry on stitching to the end. Put the next one underneath, and then there's my next one. Okay, it was flipped back, but because we pinned it, we know it's in the right place. Align those edges too. And then this last one here is also flipped over, but, whoops, where are we? There we are. Because it's all joined together, we know that's in the right place. And just align that, and align that, and stitch down. Now, one thing I thought, I'm just going to check. I thought I went off a little bit. I did up here. I haven't actually got a very good 1/4 inch there. So I'm just going to go back in and just stitch. That's better. I just felt it came off a little bit, so it was less than 1/4 inch. So now I've got those all together, and we've got the third row joined. So we'll take that back to the cutting mat here, and we'll do exactly the same again. They're all joined together, so they can't possibly be in the wrong place. So let's just open those out a little bit. And then we're going to do the same again, in that we'll move this last row onto there. Now perhaps if I just line that up properly, I could pin it. Oh no. So we'll just put a pin. It's going into my mat now as well. A pin to there, and a pin to here. Now if you're at home, or when you're at home sewing this, you won't actually need to pin them, because you'll have them laid out and you'll just pick it up. But this is just purely for the point that you won't be able to see me picking up as I go, because they're out of shot. So we have all of those now, and again we'll just move those over here, just flip those out. So that's going on there, that's going on there. So now we have got our next little ones to do. So we'll start at the top here, and we will line that up under the foot and line it up at the bottom corner as well, and just stitch all the way down to the next block. So the next block as well, we can then line that up, and that all fits beautifully. Down to the next one. And it really does go together very, very smoothly and easily using this technique. Now you can imagine if you're using, I don't know, 5-inch squares, 6-inch squares, this could grow so quickly. And what I've done there, this might have been my dodgy one. I'm just giving that a little tweak, pull, just to make that fit at the bottom. Because what we want to do, we want this to be 9.5 inches unfinished. Okay, so we have got all of those all nicely stitched together now. So we need to do a bit of pressing. So let's pop those on. You can see on the mat, they're all joined together. We have got that nice circular, almost like a Christmas wreath, isn't it? Oh, we've got comments now. Lovely. Right, so let's just flip it over. And there's no problem flipping it over because they're all joined together. So the first thing we are going to do, or how we're going to make our seams nest, is we're going to, the in-between rows we're going to do in one direction, and the other ones, the alternate rows, we're doing the opposite direction. So, sewing iron at the ready. This row I'm going to do all in one direction to my left. So I'm just pulling it taut. I'm not stretching it, I'm just pulling it just so that those seams are all pulled out and we're not actually pressing a pleat in there. Then I'm just, because I like pressing to my left, I'm just going for the alternate. So I've missed a row out. Just mind these diagonal seams, that you don't unpress those or twist them. That's it. So we press that one that way. Now, because I say I do like pressing in that direction, I'm just going to flip it around, because then I can press in the same direction again, but it's opposite to the row next to it. So there we go again, and just press those like so. And then this last one up here, so not the next one, but the next one, the alternate rows, just pressing that down. Okay, so you can see there, I've got these seams going in that direction, the next row they're going in that, next one opposite, and the next one opposite to the previous. So, we can now flip that over. That looks better already, doesn't it? So we are going to now sew the rows together, and because they're attached, they are going nowhere. So if you would like to pin here, because we alternated the direction of the seams, we can nest that there, and you see how that fits together perfectly. So I'm going to hold it. You can put a pin there if you'd like to, but I can feel that is nesting perfectly. And we will just stitch across and just past where they've nested. I'll just go over that, and then I'm going to put my finger under here and just make sure that next one nests. I can see that it's nesting, and I can feel that it's nesting as well. So again, let's see, that's it. And then for the third one, I'm just going to lift that up, press that down to feel it's nested there, and I just hold my finger on it. And if you're pressing it down, wait till you get over onto the seam, because that's holding it, and then just make sure here just lines up perfectly as well, and then stitch across there. So you've got no points to worry about. So we've opened that, so we've stitched that together. So now I'm going to flip the whole of that onto the middle, and we'll do exactly the same again. So again, nest that seam there. You can see one is going one way, one the other, and because of the chain piecing, there's very little movement there anyway, so it holds it together, ready for you to start stitching along this next one. So I'm onto that seam, so I know that's held. So we just go to the next one and go a little bit further, and then just feel that that one there is nesting as well, and it is. And then we'll move across there, and then just feel that this one is nesting too. Had to give that a little pull, but this is where the seams are coming together, and then that point at the end fits perfectly too. So with one more to join, so we've joined those three, we've just got this one down here, so I may as well flip that around and just bring one piece onto the top. So just that last one onto the top there. So again, I go in with my fingers just to make sure that that is nesting perfectly, and you can see that that fits perfectly too. So we know that it's in the right position. What we don't want is too much of an excess of fabric there, because you know then that it won't be quite right for the nesting. So let's just carry on. I'm still lining up this edge for the 1/4 inch, and then I'm just feeling that next. Just see if that is, it should be right, but just feel that to just slot in, so that we get a nice intersection there. And then similarly here, where is that one there? That's it. So that has nested too. And then just carry on stitching across. I'm holding my fingers at that point, and then again, this fits here perfectly there. Just lay that down. I don't know whether I went out a little bit there. Let's just have a look. Just have a look. No, I think we're all right there. So now we have all of that joined together. So all joined together, it is in the right place. And all we need to do now is press. So I've got the alternately diagonal, one colour and one there. But as I say, if you would like to do 4 different colours, that would look really nice too. So I'm just going to flip that over, and then I'm just going to press these seams. So I'm pulling here, so I'm pulling on the other side, just so that it opens those seams out well. And I'm pressing down on the seams I've already pressed, purely because I don't want them to twist, and just pressing those like so. I actually like to use a bit of steam. Some patchworkers say, oh, no steam because it distorts, but I do like to use a bit of steam. It really sets it really well. So as we're just using a wool pressing mat and just heat, it is working pretty well as well. So just move that down there. We see I nearly pressed that diagonal seam up as well. So just be careful. But I am going to press from the top. So again, I've pressed all those seams. Then I'm going to flip it on the other side. And I'm going to be very daring and see. I have actually got a 9.5-inch square ruler, which is perfect for these blocks because that's what they should be. Actually, that looks quite pretty. So you've got the choice of two here, and I know some of you are actually making 2 blocks each time anyway, so this could be an alternative for the same block. But it's looking quite... there we go. So where is my other one worked out perfectly at 9.5. So here is my 9.5-inch ruler. Now let's just put... Oh, wow. That is... Can you see it? Well, no, it's hard to see there. But, yes, I'm pleased with it. So this is where... Hello, Gail. This is where the... let's see if I can hold that there. If you've got an accurate 1/4 inch... I don't know whether I can see that there. Oops. But... It is, no, I've moved that off there now. It is actually, no, it's hard to show you, but it is exactly 9.5 inches. The ruler does actually fit that perfectly. So, thank you, Jane. If you're using 4 colours, which squares would be the 4th colour? So, let me just take that away. So, oh, the 5th colour, perhaps you mean. So you would have 1, 2, 3, 4. Your background colour could be whatever. You do. Oh, thank you, Mary. Your background colour. If you wanted to bring in a cream, if you wanted, because I think we're working with 5 colours, aren't we? Which is why I wanted to use 2 opposite. I think this would look really nice. It would form circles across the whole quilt. It would be really, really quite effective, I think. Yeah, just keep an eye on your 1/4 inch. And I'm glad that I unpicked that one, which I did wrong. But that's worked out really nicely, hasn't it? Let me get the other one down so that you can see side by side. And then you have got the choice. So, yeah, so all you need is... for a different colour for each bow tie, and let's just pop that down there, a different colour for each bow tie, and a background colour. So if you wanted to bring some cream, ivory colour in, or white even, so there are your options. There, Chris, it's lovely you make it look, yeah. Well, I'm so glad that I can explain it well enough for you all to understand quite easily. But this one, hello Tony, this block is really quite forgiving because where the bow tie part, so these little triangles here, if they're not, I don't know, not exactly the same, it's not going to show at all. And as I say, the only places where you want your blocks to come together are here. I didn't even look. It would, a quilt made with just those 2 blocks would look stunning. It would look just like lots of circles. I'm just looking to see if my points are, yeah, they've worked really well. They've worked really well. So yes, I'm pleased with that. Oh, Josie loves it. Lovely. Oh, thank you, Jeeta. It just, everything makes me happy to know that you can understand what I'm saying. Good one for a beginner. Oh, Michelle, you are doing brilliantly. As a beginner, well, you would never know it. There's lots of things to think about, and one of the things with patchwork is the accuracy of your 1/4 inch seam, and you know, the more you do, the more you will be able to actually see. I tell you what, I can look at a 1/4 inch seam and say, yes, that is, or no, it isn't. Even the other day when I was binding, you know, all the little new books, my little book of mini quilts 1 and 2, and the book of bags, of the 2 books I've got there. I actually do all the comb binding of those, and I pick up acetate and the back card at the same time, and I could feel that I got 2 sheets of acetate together. Now, that is fractional, yet I could feel that it was too much there. And I thought to myself, oh my God, you are so sad, Trisha, to think that, like, I wouldn't even think, it wouldn't be a 16th, it's probably a 64th of an inch, minimally. But I could feel it. And the same with, and it's the more you do, the more you get used to it. Oh, thank you, Janet. You're so kind, so kind. So this is the March block of the month. And I'm thinking already that it's going to look not sad, just like, yeah. But as you know, I have been doing patchwork for a long time. What did I say, about in the mid-90s, so we're 23, 28, coming up 30 years, 23. I just love it. I still learn even now, and I like just picking up, I'm just going to pop this up here, new little tips or different ways of doing things, and showing you as well, because there's nothing nicer than knowing that you passed on some information which is good for all of us. You know, I'm not in competition with you. I'm just wanting you to know everything that I know, and so that you can do it. Because what's the point of keeping it to myself and thinking I'm not telling you that? Well, of course I am. Anything I learn, I just love you to be able to do as well. Oh, Michelle's enjoying learning. Oh, and Leslie's helping you. Oh, that's fabulous. Leslie is a lovely lady, and I should be doing your order tomorrow, Leslie. I'm sorry it has been so long, and I feel very, very bad, but it's just the time thing. But I will get them done, I promise you. Oh, that's lovely, Jeeta. I'm glad you all learn. Right. Well, I've enjoyed it. I love doing these blocks again, but every time I think, oh, I want to do some more. Oh, Ellen's there. Oh, lovely. All our love to you, Ellen. You know you're in a great place with all these ladies wishing you well all the time. So you just take it easy and slowly progress, and we'll have you home, I'm sure, in no time. I wish you could. You're now sat in the dark. It has gone dark, hasn't it? Oh, and Vanessa's done some patchwork today. I wanted to throw it out the window. Oh, bless you. You will be absolutely fine. No sewing club tomorrow, but the week after. I must see what we're doing a workshop the following week. So, oh, you'll try both blocks. Yes, Anne. What a brilliant idea. Okay, Jill. Yes, see you tomorrow. So, yeah, before I go, tomorrow it is the bag. So I'm all ready for that, 6:30. I don't think I'll be early because I could have done the unboxing, couldn't I? But yes, so tomorrow we will have the bag, which is the cosmetic bag based on the Rowena bag. Thursday we will have a Thrifty Thursday, where I have those scrumptious fabrics that I've been using. I will probably have, if you saw the shows on Create and Craft when I had the William fabric, I will have some of that left, so fingers on the buttons quickly. I've definitely got the cosmetic bag fabric. I shall have that. I've got a lovely peacock feather bag fabric, also in that same heavyish weight canvas, but it sews like a dream. You know, it's nothing to be frightened of. And I've also got I'd call it Art Deco, and it is a really lovely design as well. Plus a bit more, which I haven't thought about yet. But there's plenty of the fusible fleece on the website now. Thank you, Jenny, for pointing that out. You know, it goes out of stock, and sometimes I don't see that it has. And if I've got some, I can then restock. But it's when I haven't got any, and I have got plenty. So if it goes out, I'll keep an eye on it, because It's a fabulous fusible fleece, a fabulous wadding to use. And it's also a very reasonable price. It goes a long way and useful for lots of projects that we've been doing lately. So thank you, Jill and John. And thank you, Chris. Friday we'll do some quarter square triangles because I've been asked to do that. They will look good as well. So get your half square triangle rulers out again. I think I've got some on the website. But yes, I've got a few of those left too. So thank you for joining me tonight. Thank you for your company. I think I'll go and blow my nose, have something to eat, and hopefully tomorrow will be even better. Might see you during the daytime, if not Thursday, and I'll show you what's in the box. So enjoy the rest of your evening. Bye for now, and thanks for watching. Bye.